live, probably. We're live.
Alright. We're on. All aboard. All aboard.
I sure do love Laney Molnar.
Right. We're gonna make Laineyball into a running thing.
Okay, your game's live.
Rainy is very shameful.
Hey, now we sent Laney Molnar over to Japan as our ambassador, our new ambassador.
Well, you can't do Biden because I can't do Trump. Oh, that's cool. It's not static. You just have to go. Okay, that's interesting. I've never played this game, so
She's baked a cake for you. Wink, wink.
back in the 20s or whenever this game was made, they were still reinforcing.
Back in the
Sexist
1800s, when they
stereotype.
invented the N64, you had to crank it to power it on. It's made out of wood and rope.
You had to have someone keep cranking it to generate electricity.
Yeah, or you
The
could
whole
get a
time you were
mule and
playing.
hook it up.
You always needed a friend to come run the crank for you when you played video games. Back in the day, you needed a friend to play video games. These days, you don't have friends. You just play the video games.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh shoot, I didn't read it. Well, I'm using an emulator controller anyway. So I'm a plebe who never had an N64. I don't know anything about this game.
Yeah, me too. I just skipped the N64. I
Does he
went
punch?
directly from
You can punch.
yeah. I went directly from Super Nintendo to GameCube.
My first consoles were. The camera's a little weird. Now, how do I do the backwards jump to glitch through the walls? So I know you can't play Mario 64 without glitching through walls.
I think it's really cool when people data mine these old games and they find stuff like
Oh, that's cool.
what they find. It was like a show version of this game, and it had like the Luigi model in it. Because they were originally gonna,
Will I die if I jump down there?
I don't know, try it. Nope. Now this gives me PTSD because anytime there's water levels in video games, it gives me PTSD.
Looks like there's reverse controls.
It's like a plane.
Yeah. So this game, if I understand correctly, was kind of the main pioneer into 3D third-person.
Maybe not
games.
the first one, but you know.
It is very.
It's
I wonder what-
standardized like how a 3D character should move around.
Mm. I don't remember what year this came out, but it is pretty impressive how well the camera controls and stuff work.
Yeah.
By pressing the C buttons, I can change the camera controls.
It doesn't look like they had
Oh yeah, I can do with that. Okay.
I don't think they had models with skeletons in them, so you'll notice like he's made out of individual shapes.
No one's home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sometime I have to play this with the actual terrible N64 controller. Okay, I'm just gonna not mess with the camera. I'm just gonna let it do what it wants.
Yeah.
Did I guess right on the first
sorta
try?
weird.
I thought all of them would be locked except for one of them.
I don't know how this game works, so
So
your guess is as good as mine.
yeah, there were other games. That
It's like you jump into the painting. It's kind of like watch that one game where you have the water cannon, Sunshine, Mario Sunshine.
yeah.
You jump into the
Yeah,
painting.
that had kind of similar.
Mario's always jumping into various art pieces.
I know.
I think are the pink guys enemies? Guess not.
No, no.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't. It's me, Rio.
Laineyball. Very shameful. Shame for American woman. She will never marry.
Yeah.
Do you think Lady Molnar would want to date me?
I mean,
do you think she would have like a long-term, like maybe she's ready to settle down now?
I don't think I don't even know if her brain is wired to know what a long-term relationship is.
Yeah.
She
What are
probably
you
just hooks
talking
up
about?
with people.
Are you saying that like hooking up with too many people would stunt your ability to experience pair bonding and you wouldn't have a lasting relationship ever in the future?
Maybe. I mean, any sort of...
What's this guy doing?
I think he's gonna explode.
He's molesting me.
I think any sort of... Actually,
This guy looks like a friendly fella.
Is he stuck?
I think they are usually on a chain. I think he's at the limit of his chain already.
Beware of chain chomp.
Get close and press C for better luck. Oh, it means the C stick on the N64. Yeah, he's on a oh, but there's a coin. Ah! How does it measure my health? Is it that green thing?
That's the power. Well, I mean...
I want that. I want the coin.
I basically just knew this game because some friends I had as a kid played it.
I will play this all the way through someday. I want to actually get a real N64.
Are they expensive to get now? They're probably like...
Yeah, I think they're a couple $100 now.
It's weird how that old hardware, like, doesn't lose its value. Like, it will, but then it'll go back up once
Yeah,
it's...
now it has like the
nostalgia.
now it has the like vintage value to it.
Yeah, they're almost at the point where they can make clones of it.
What's this?
I don't know. It's a ball.
Evil living water.
Evil living water. Need to drink it. I don't know.
I think when Lainey Molnar and I get married in a nice traditional Catholic wedding, then she'll want to be a stay-at-home mom, and
Yeah. Well, she's a fulfilled woman because she has wine and eats pizza.
she travels to Japan.
Yeah, it meets the emperor of
Meets
Japan.
the emperor. Lainey Molnar.
Your offering is no good here. We have many incel here. They live in their mother's apartment.
Are they? Maybe they're fulfilled and complete men.
I mean, they have their anime dolls. They orgasm onto.
My dad at 31, he was like an engineer or something. How do you get up this?
I think you go up past the balls.
Oh.
You have to. It'll slide you down.
Yoshi don't like balls.
I remember being exposed to YouTube poop and getting brain damage from it.
I'm sure that YouTube poop was a great thing for us to introduce us to the ways of the world and didn't do any brain damage. This has a good physics engine as well. What's this?
They could be following paths though.
Maybe, yeah.
Predefined points. This ain't no Half-Life. Oh.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's because it's like, hey, you want the red coin, right? You want the special red coin.
Red coin. So now they have a new disease to scare everyone with.
Oh, yeah.
It's called monkeypox. And us being even talking about this, we might get this video taken down by a robot in the future.
I think they have already deprioritized my channel a lot. Because if you look up King Pivot on YouTube, a bunch of other channels with like 5 subscribers show up.
Yeah, I used to be able to just look up King Pivot and then you came up. Was that a teleporting cave?
Oh, must have been. Is this?
I don't know.
Now, if I remember right, if you come here.
He's the king.
I'm the Big Baba, Lord of all blasting matter, King of kabooms, the world. How dare you scale my mountain? By what right do you set foot on my barrel? You may have eluded my guards, but you'll never escape my grasp.
He's a king, but he has no. Maybe he has no castle. He just stands here. Okay. Well, I mean, I know he's supposed to be a boss, but
I assume he's gonna grab me and throw me.
he's walking
He
very
says
slow.
I have to pick him up from the back.
Punch him.
Punch him in the back of the head. That's what a real man does. Walk up to him. You hit him from behind.
That's what I do. Didn't. Oh, okay. Mario's very strong.
Okay, I have to grab him and
Throw him on the edge. Throw him down the mountain. Like Biden will be thrown down a staircase, but come on.
Ah, he's turning faster. Hasn't he grabbed me yet?
What is he trying to do?
I think he's trying to grab me.
Throw him off the cliff. Just like the penguin baby in this game. No?
Oh.
Is that not the solution?
Does he respect me now or something? Is it against the royal rules to throw the king out of the ring?
What? You just have to throw him multiple times? You must fight with honor. I don't think his hands are 3D objects. I think they're just like the 2D sprites that always face the camera.
He can jump really high. I don't know what he wants me to do, and I'm going to leave because it looks like there's other stuff here that's interesting. Oh, do you have fall damage in this game?
Yeah. I guess coins heal you too.
Oh, shoot.
How dare you scale my mountain?
Well, you left. The door was open, and I walked in.
So how come... So we talked about tomboys on this
Oh, yeah.
stream before.
Right. Let's talk about tomboys.
And, you know, tomboys are good. I like them.
Yeah. Well, everybody does. Any straight man.
I guess... Yeah, yeah. Well, no. I mean, I guess there's guys that like more feminine women.
Yeah, they're probably gay, though. They like gay shit.
Yeah.
They like,
Makes sense.
they like gay, feminine stuff.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like, oh yeah, I want a big muscle girl or whatever. Part of.
Well, okay, so my theory has evolved a little bit. So, you know about non-binary, like there's a trend of younger people, I guess, to identify as non-binary, because I think in a way they understand this theory.
Is that a comment in the chat?
Yeah.
Did somebody comment in the chat?
Does someone actually...
Does it say anything
It
interesting?
says he's a king.
He is a king.
Yeah, he's a king.
He does appear to be a king. Oh, well, now he reverted to his old dialogue. Okay, what happens if I just stand here in front of him?
He's gonna throw you.
Throw me?
He's gonna hold you like a baby and then throw you. Do you die from this?
I assume if he throws me off the ledge, then I'll take damage.
Wait. It doesn't make sense. I don't know.
Do I have to throw him into that cannon?
I don't know. I've never played this game.
I probably should have read it.
Read it.
I shouldn't.
We're talking about tomboys over here.
Okay. Well, I'll just do this passively while we discuss tomboys.
Okay. So there's a theory that I've come up with. So basically, what did I put? It's called additive and subtractive androgyny. So basically what these younger people are doing is they're exercising subtractive androgyny. So they are removing, usually it's a younger woman who does this. So they're removing feminine aspects about themselves to make themselves more androgynous. While on the other hand, you could add aspects to yourself. So a tomboy is an example of additive androgyny. So a tomboy will retain the feminine aspects about herself, yet tom girls are superior. What's a tom girl? Is that a guy who's slightly feminine?
A tom girl?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not
Tom
sure.
girl. Is that like Astolfo from Fate?
No, that's just a femboy. Or what would you call him?
A trap.
A trap, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah. Okay, so additive is more attractive than subtractive is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And we've seen examples of it going the other way too, where guys can integrate feminine aspects into themselves and they'll be considered more attractive. The big example there is David Bowie. He's kind of past our time, but apparently he had like a little tiny bit of femininity to him, and
No, he was somewhat feminine. He was kind of challenging the gender roles kind of dude. And he was like maybe gay or maybe not. He wasn't really sure.
Chris Chan is a tom girl. Well,
Did someone say that on the YouTube?
yeah, it's our only viewer who's talking.
Thank you, only viewer. Chris Chan. You mean Christina?
Christina
Or would that be
Weston
Christina who you're referring
who
to?
raped.
Hey.
Is YouTube blocking some of my comments? We only have like 4 of them. But I don't know. I mean, it's very possible.
He says throw him to the royal turf. But what's the royal turf?
Royal turf. Oh, maybe OBS only shows some of them.
No,
Is it
no,
that
the
pink thing?
Bob-omb says throw him. I have to throw him to the royal turf.
The royal trans exclusive radical feminist.
Is that? Okay, how about that
The pink thing?
pink thing there?
Maybe. Will it turn
I'm
him
gonna
pink?
try that. I'm just gonna wait for him to walk to me because he walks as fast as I do when I'm carrying him.
Like Christine Weston Chandler?
Christine.
Is she
Christine. Apparently, in what did he say? Christine is a tom girl.
Chris Chan is a tom girl.
Chris Chan is a tom girl.
Yeah, I don't know why OBS shows
I
some and
think
not the
Chris
others.
Chan's just a one of those trans things.
Oh, okay. You can change it to live chat and talk.
Now I have to wait for him to walk all the way over again.
Oh, he also says you should try to buy him off with Jewish money. No, we're definitely getting banned.
The
off
Bob-omb?
YouTube. Yeah.
You can, if necessary, tell it to not replay the chat when people see it later. It's fine. It's only a matter of time until we get banned off here.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should send them 30. We need to send him $38 billion.
That's right.
He's our greatest ally. This bomb guy. He's the bomb king. Look at all
Yeah.
that he's doing for us.
Yeah.
He's blowing up certain kinds of children with his cannon.
He might, if he's our greatest
Palestinian
ally, if he's our greatest ally, he might be offended if, like, we, I don't know where he's supposed to go.
Oh.
I'm just gonna Google this. How long have I been playing?
For 20 minutes.
Alright. That's okay. We've done this before. Somebody
wanna
who's
swap?
watching, Google how to, oh, okay, that's fine too. Oh wait.
What do you do to him? Make sure that he doesn't go off the map
If
3 times. He will throw bombs at the player. That's probably better than the original. Because he just slowly walks at you, and it's like he presents no threat, really.
is this a later version of him?
I think you just have to pick him up and throw him 3 times. No, this is the original.
Well, I've thrown him like 5 times
In a row?
in a row.
Yeah, not off the mountain.
Well, he
but
says I'm
just like
cheating
in-
every time I do it.
Well, like stay on the plateau thing.
Oh, okay. Alright, we'll just try it several more times.
That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Oh, no, I have to start over.
Now you're.
What happens
Now
if I
you've done
stand
it
here?
now. I don't know.
Why don't you know? No.
I've never played this game.
Answer me, damn it.
It was not
So-
me.
Oh, that's really why it does that. If you were someone's greatest ally, and they only gave you $38 billion, and then they gave somebody else $40 billion, you would probably feel kind of like, be like, hey, what's going on, man? You know?
Yeah. I thought I was your greatest ally.
Yeah.
Just because you're getting
You know what?
invaded.
Allies help each other out, right?
Yeah.
Has our greatest ally ever given us money?
They've given us bombs for free.
That's true.
They delivered them to the USS Liberty.
That's
you
true.
know,
I think
so-
the USS Liberty. Now we're getting banned.
Yeah.
The USS Liberty got some free bombs from our greatest allies.
Okay, throw them,
Air
but don't
Force.
throw them off the edge. Like, throw them 3 times in a row.
Oh, well, he says to throw them out of the ring, though.
No, he says don't throw them out of the ring.
All right. Let's give it an old try.
These older games, you never know what they're gonna do. Just punch them in the ass and pick them up.
This is what I hate about video games.
The male fantasy.
Yeah, they taught young boys, young impressionable. Oh, see, now it's probably gonna make me start over. Young impressionable men who played this game in the 80s or whatever
Punch the king in the ass and throw him.
learned that to get what you want, you have to punch people. Oh, okay, never mind.
Defuse the
You have to
bomb
punch
on
people in the ass and pick them up and dominate them.
Always like, oh, if you can't beat me, you can't beat Bowser, you little Italian fuck. Take that clip out of context. Look, you got the star.
So long, Gay Bowser.
An iconic line.
In the new one, they got rid of it, didn't they? I remember hearing people talk about it. They said they changed it to bye-bye because they wanted to include bisexual people as well.
Yeah.
He says, bye-bye,
Bye bye.
as he throws bisexual Bowser away,
Yeah.
just like the United States.
Wait, what?
Just like we oppress our bisexuals and gays. That's what Mario does to Bowser.
Yeah, we gave him a whole month.
That's
Hey,
right.
how come there's whole months for black people and gay people,
What, do you hate black people or something?
but there's no Jewish month?
That's true. Why don't we have...
Actually, is there? Is there a Jewish History Month? They are
No.
our greatest allies. Okay, they deserve a month.
Yeah, well, now you have a month for everything.
Jewish Heritage Month. Munch. On April 20th, 2006, President George Bush proclaimed that May would be Jewish American Heritage Month.
Today's Jewish. This month is Jew month.
Oh. Well, you know who's Jewish is Borat.
Yeah.
And if you ever encounter Borat, just start talking about the USS Liberty incident. I'm sure they'll keep that in
He'll be like...
in their movie.
He'll come up,
go to America.
he'll come up to you and be like... You... I come to America...
He'll try to like
And I want you to suck my dick just like in Kazakhstan, where I'm from.
yeah, I guess he tries to like disarm people into saying like self-incriminating things on camera.
And then you'll say like...
Oh yeah, you make
Yeah.
a good point, man, about
That's true. People do things differently in some countries. Like how if you're from Israel, sometimes you accidentally attack American battle cruisers.
You
with
should
your
start
Air Force.
talking about the Holodomor as well.
And then
Did you know before World War II there's this thing called the Holodomor in Ukraine? Where 3.9 million... Yeah, now we're getting...
and then what's his name? Sasha Cohen or something like that. All of a sudden forgets about his Middle Eastern accent and is like, turn off the cameras, turn off the cameras. Is the chat still up? Is our fan talking to us?
I haven't seen anything on OBS, but...
Is the chat window still open? I don't see it.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. He probably got bored and left.
I don't know.
Alright.
One
Just
watcher
making-
now. That's probably me.
Just making
He
sure.
probably left. I don't know.
It's
We are quite
because I
willing.
didn't study ahead of time. I should have figured out how to play this game before.
You should have.
Oh,
Games require
I died.
constant diligence, I guess.
Gaming is a hard job. People don't appreciate gamers, and also gamers are the most oppressed minority, as we all know.
Yeah. You know, most people just burn through their paychecks at the bar. They go to the bar and they say, hey, oh, he's still here. That's weird. I didn't see any viewers in the YouTube. I don't know, it's YouTube, so
Oh.
who knows. I don't think anyone knows how
Welcome up.
YouTube works anymore.
Well, if we were based, we would just move to Gab or something.
Does
Or Odyssey.
Gab support live streams?
I have heard that they do, but I haven't tried it yet. Well, we'll do it sometime.
Is it built? It might not be built into OBS. You might have to do the manual key.
No, only YouTube is actually built in. You have to do the key and then set it up to stream from other websites.
Yeah. Well, Twitch has one that works fairly straightforward too.
This is the early phases of 3D Thwomped in Mario.
He's very threatening the way he just slowly moves up and down.
He doesn't look at you either.
Hmm?
He just, his eyes don't move. He's not even thinking about Mario, he's just thinking about smashing that ground beneath him. It's his job. He's not a bad guy, he's like a construction worker.
Yeah.
He's
That's
fruitlessly pounding away at the polygons beneath him. Oh, now I'm dead. Oh, okay.
what's in the green box
Where?
that was at the bottom of the slide. It doesn't matter, but we're coming up on 30 minutes here.
I don't know. Give it to you in a
Let's
second.
find a jump off point.
That's what I want to do. I want to go to the bar and meet a woman like Lainey, who's a strong, independent, and fulfilled woman in her 30s, ready to settle down after riding the carousel for the last 15 years. Oh, that's much better.
Can an incel and a city girl find love?
Oh, I've got to draw that. That'll be. I didn't do it. I didn't ever do any more art on my Gab account. That was the joke on like the goth girl and country boy, right? You've seen that, right?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking
I've heard
about?
that line.
Oh, well, you executed the joke perfectly without knowing what it was. It's like
I've heard the line, but I've.
Can a goth girl and a country boy fall in love? And it's and it's like a picture of. I think it's in the original. It was just a picture of like a dude
Is it
with
Mordecai in Twilight? Kissing?
Oh yeah, Twilight. No, it was. It's just like a dude with a cowboy hat. Asshole.
I remember.
It's a dude.
So I used to be a Redditor back
Yeah,
before I realized it's
all-
horrible.
We all have some dark secrets from our past.
And I attacked another Redditor for having Twilight in his name because I thought he was like a Twilight
Dead
fan,
Man.
like the book Twilight.
Okay.
But he actually just liked Zelda Twilight Princess. But
Was this before the pony stuff?
I think it was
That would be
before
my
it,
first
yeah.
assumption nowadays.
Well, I think
Oh, you know what?
his name was like Twilight
We
Princess.
could call
or
that a
something.
stopping point.
Okay.
We'll switch to the.
We'll switch to whatever game I want to do. This is called Crunchyroll. I like to watch Asian, Japanese pornography and Crunchyroll. Well. Oh yeah.
If it isn't James Bond.
Alright. Let me pick
I never
one.
did check if the audio was okay. I'll just edit it later if it's bad.
Well, apparently, I don't know, that's good enough. Okay, you can switch it over. It's black screen, blah blah
What was this game again?
blah. Pulirula.
This was made in Japan, I assume, from the art.
Yes.
So how do they pronounce it? Pulirula.
Pulirula. Oh yeah, I guess you can't make an L noise. I mean, you can. They probably can train themselves to do it, but
Well, yeah. It's hard for Japanese to learn English because we have a lot of sounds that don't exist in their language.
watch as I die. Get him. Kill him. Kick his ass.
Back in the day, there were a lot of these kind of 2.5D side-scroller things with enemies that would come from either side. And they kind of went out of fashion. You don't see them nowadays, even with modern kind of retro platformer stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. They were entertaining when I was a kid, so there must be something to them, right?
Well,
it's very easy to entertain kids, to be honest.
I didn't really play any of them when I was a kid, so...
That's
No.
okay.
I didn't experience the joys of Battletoads when I was a kid, when I should have.
I
But it could've-
recommend the arcade Simpsons game. It's probably the best one that I could think of. Get him. He looks like Pinocchio.
Do
except
you
with an
walk
Asian
through the
haircut.
street? Yeah, he does. Asian Pinocchio. His wallet grows when he lies.
Asian? Okay. Well, anyway,
What are you beating them with?
I don't understand any of this, but it's odd looking, and I like it.
He asked, what are you beating them with? I'm not sure what he was responding to. I assume that was from a second ago and that it lagged.
So
What were we
he's
talking
got a
about beating?
magic wand.
Oh, the wand. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's
It's
not
a
beating
it's a
him.
wand. It's a melee wand.
Yeah.
It's the point of a wand if it's for melee. The magic
Give you
damage
more leverage?
it gives you. You get.
Jellyfish man.
You get blunt You get blunt force damage, or what's it called? Do you get force damage? Force damage, and you also get magic damage.
Bludgeoning damage. This is my D&D character.
I was trying to make a D&D joke and I failed at it.
Getting my ass beat by these.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to. That's my water
I
bottle.
don't know if this game's entertaining enough to play for 30 minutes.
You could go find something else if you want.
Kill myself. Picking a bad game. That's what I do every day.
I wish real life was like a video game and you could just solve your problems by killing yourself.
Been stabbed to death. So,
He just whacks you with his halberd.
yeah,
I guess you just have to spam him.
that seems to be the solution to every enemy here.
He says, I'm waiting for this kid to turn into a Sailor Scout.
I should have picked the...
He needs a sailor uniform is what he needs.
Look, it's
oh my gosh.
Christina Chandler. She's gonna rape her mom.
It's rainy. Rainy Mona. It's Laineyball. Laineyball has come to lape you. Rainy has come to lape.
Look, I undid the HRT.
You turned Christina back into Chris Chan.
Yeah.
Chris Chan, what a riches to rags story. He started off so he started off at the top.
Yeah.
That looks like Michael Jackson. Oh, it's just an Asian woman. This is a kind of
weird game. Yeah, that's
This
why I
must have been made in like the 70s when
You can't tell me drugs weren't involved in this. Yeah, it started pretty normal.
they were on some good. Okay, there's a leg there, and that dude walked out of where the leg was. On second thought, maybe you should continue playing this game. Maybe this is a good stream game.
Why can't I go down? Okay, this platypus.
Do you want to go down? Do you want to go down?
That's
on
where you're supposed to go.
wherever. What happens if you walk through that door between the two legs?
There's a...
Oh my. This is from the same generation that brought us classics like Yapo Beastman.
What's that? Is that our next game?
No, it's a book from Japan.
I see, you're supposed to time it.
And it's about... I think it was written by a guy who was in the Japanese internment camps in America, and he was sexually abused, much like that person is attempting to do to you, by a American guard who was a woman. And then he, I guess, developed a fetish for BDSM, specifically from American women.
Oh, I died.
Oh, that's what it looks like when you... Now we get to see all that cool stuff. Oh, no, never mind. They're sitting there, they're working their digestive tracts, and they're coughing out some stuff at you.
Made Seaman. Not Seaman, the Seaman game on the Sega Saturn. Not Saturn, Dreamcast. I think it's like the only game he uses mic too.
This is not Mortal Kombat, no. What was it called again? Pulilula. Pulilula.
Get him!
So yeah, the guy wrote this book. That's sort of a well, it's kind of like their equivalent of 50 Shades of Grey for Japan, like kind of known in infamy. It's about like how in the future the Japanese men, I think specifically, are like used for sex slaves and turned into like living furniture, like adjusted with surgery to be like furniture items and stuff like that.
So he was raped?
He, I guess, yeah, was sexually abused by an American woman. Yeah.
Okay.
Or that's the story. That's what
In
says.
what context? Just like randomly, or
I don't know.
Is
He
it in
didn't
the-
say a whole lot.
the internment camps?
This is Samurai Showdown now. Yeah, in the internment camps. And
Okay.
there is no
Hey,
English. There
Our
was.
favorite president did the FDR.
That's right. Wait, we don't need to talk about that. Let's remember people. Gotta remember people for the good things. Except for Trump. We have to remember how he talked about touching pussy on that bus that one time. There isn't like an English article on Wikipedia for it. I had to find like the French one and then translate it.
Well,
And it was written for French people, so you know it went into graphic detail about sexual stuff.
yeah, that's what happens.
That's what happens when you're from France.
Ah. There's like a long attack in a short one.
This is the
Or
male
maybe.
fantasy right here. Going out and killing animals in the desert.
Toy robot, man.
But do you eat the animals and they give you health?
They don't give me help.
What's the point of the animals? Do they do anything to
I
you?
think it's like a psionic thing where they're transformed into these. I don't know, I can't read any of the Japanese.
You're going through the forest and oh yeah, you're going through the forest and saving all the woodland creatures.
Look.
Oh, he brought up monkeypox. He says the cactus has monkeypox. Yeah, we were talking. Oh, well, you get a hot princess though,
It's a
or
witch.
a witch, a hot witch. That's what we need more in games. Is witch girls.
No,
Oh wait,
we
she's
need
an enemy.
ugly women with short hair.
That's true.
I was
She.
gonna say something else. But
This isn't. This isn't a very progressive game. She's not.
no.
She's not fat and well, she does have pink hair
How
though.
am I supposed to
She has pink hair and she's wearing clown-esque
Oh,
clothes.
she was a dog.
So, monkeypox is since they beat COVID to death now. Now what they're gonna do is have a monkeypox pandemic. So we'll all have to stay home during the midterms, and then we'll have mail-in voting.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they'll find a whole bunch of votes at 4 a.m. the next day after they're supposed to stop counting ballots.
I'm almost there.
Because they're mail-in votes. And we all know that mail-in votes are
They're
100%
more
liberal.
secure than voting in person.
And since alt-right shitlords, since alt-right incels all are conspiracy theorists and hate mail-in voting,
Well, we're trying to take
all
the rights away.
all the mail-in votes will be 100% liberal, and so that's why you'll see these spikes of 100,000 votes all for the Democratic candidate at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, so who's that? Who's the GNU Linux guy, or just the GNU guy?
New guy.
No.
Free to distribute, free to copy.
What's his name? Michaelis? No, I think they're okay,
Not-
they're good.
Not Linus.
Not Linus
not the Linux.
Torvald.
Steven Spielberg. Steven. Gosh.
I don't know. He was on. Back in 2016, he was saying that the Republicans are taking people's voting rights away by demanding things like voter ID.
Mm.
He made the GNU part of Linux. Linux is the GNU Linux.
GNU is its own operating system that functions on its own. It doesn't need Linux. When you say Linux, you're actually referring to GNU.
Linux is built on top of GNU.
That's what Stephen.
I think his name's Steven.
What was it? No. Richard. Maybe Richard something men. Gotta go Google it real quick.
What am I looking at here?
Richard Stallman, that was it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they I had a commie professor one time.
Did he like Richard?
Huh? He
Did
looked
like
kind
Linux?
of like Richard Stallman. He was fat and had a beard and looked like a hippie. But he was talking about how he didn't say it directly, but he was kind of like, I'm just saying, when you have something that's discluding a whole bunch of people from the voting pool, maybe it's rooted in racism. I'm just saying, maybe that's the case, I'm just saying.
Don't you know? Minorities don't know how to get an ID.
Yeah. The minorities, they don't know how to use the computer. And
Jeez. I mean, I guess that's accurate for getting hit by a sword. But...
so we need to give them. We didn't make it so white people only have 3/5 of a vote to even the playing field.
3/5.
That was what it was, right? 3/5.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dude's asking, where do you find the games? This is like a Raspberry Pi with a special operating system on it, right?
Well, clearly I just ripped the games myself and I own them all. But if you were
Obviously, we bought them all. We shipped them here from Japan.
Yeah. I don't know how much this game's worth. It's probably a ton of money to actually buy it. But if you were to go onto a certain paused website that has sub-communities, it's like, okay, see, he's hitting me with his dick, his spike dick.
Would that be...
This is racist.
Would that be Reddit you're referring to?
Yes, and go to the ROM subreddit. Maybe you could find more information on how to obtain them legally for yourself. Okay, well, I lost.
Bap. When you're learning your first four, when you're learning the left hand on the, oh wait, no, B isn't in it.
What time are we at?
About 50 minutes.
Alright, go back to the title, I'll switch the game. Because I don't want to play through that again on stream.
Now, Lainey Molnar is the kind of woman, the kind of great American woman that we need in America. I already used that joke. We need more young women to be influenced by Lainey Molnar's art.
Oh, don't worry, they're making sure it's happening. You know?
Huh?
What? By them, I mean social media. They'll promote people like Lainey Molnar, and then, yeah, you know, it's what it is, right?
Now, Lainey Molnar has sex with all the men at the bar. And...
oh yeah, I like to go to the bar and pick up old cougars like Lainey Molnar. That's bad. I should pick one. I got picked one already.
that's the kind of woman I want, Lainey Molnar.
She's a strong, empowered woman.
I want a strong, empowered woman like Lainey Molnar. Well, she's a little bit too old for me now, but I would have maybe gotten in on that when she was 20.
14 for Biden, I guess. I don't know. He like showered with his daughter or something. Like what?
Really?
Yeah, don't you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Project Veritas had a supposed journal of his daughters, and then they're like, "Oh, this probably isn't real, so we won't publish it." But then, like, now the FBI is looking into them for having it, so I guess it's like true.
Well, if they decide to deactivate Biden, maybe all this stuff will come out.
Like how they're trying to deactivate Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, that's right. Did we talk about that already?
I don't think so. We talked about it before we started, but basically he actually.
I just realized the thing has been on the preview screen this whole time.
Yeah, I just barely picked the game, so.
Oh, okay. I was looking at it out of the side of my vision and thought you were playing something.
This would be a good co-op game too, just because. You know. It's another.
Right, is this based on the Hercules movie?
No, I think this is before it. But yeah.
Did Disney rip it off?
No, maybe it's after. I don't know. But this is a PlayStation game, and it's loading like a PlayStation game, but it takes forever.
He says, "There's nothing wrong with that. I showered with Biden. Now I'd like to shower with Biden. Come shower with the president." I think Disney ripped this off when they made Hercules.
Okay, I think it's more likely that this is inspired by the Disney movie. I don't know, they liked Hercules back then.
What's it gonna do? It's gonna shove you. It's gonna get some giantess action here.
Is that a woman?
Probably not.
It's got chest hair.
Pixar. You don't even know how to launch a ship. Oh, I was going to say something else about Biden, but while we're on Elon Musk.
Well, now that he's decided to declare that he's going to vote Republican because the Democrats hate him for buying Twitter. No, not a wreck and control arena. This is a narrative arena.
Not a hacking control arena. You tuck away our heckin' propaganda network arena. That is so hateful. How are you going to monitor hate speech now? How are you going to protect the trans women? So now they have some hit piece on him that they brought up, right?
Yeah.
I think they keep them like, they have like a file on everybody in preparation. I bet, because that video of Trump on the bus, I think we mentioned that earlier, where he talks about seizing the day. Where he talks about seizing.
He's seizing the means of reproduction. Which is, they should like that, right? That's the line.
I mean, they'll let you do anything when you're famous, when you're a star. But, oh man, he ate her. That's the kind of giant action that I want.
I almost saved you too. Oh well.
Yeah, that was from like 15 years earlier. So I think they keep those kind of on standby in case they ever need them. You never heard them. They never seem to be. I don't know. You never heard a bad word about Trump before 2015.
Yeah, it's only ran against the Democrats, so.
Yeah.
That's what you do when you control the media and Twitter and everything. Oh wait, did I go back?
Elon Musk said something about that one time. Who controls the media? Hello? And then everyone was like, who? Elon Musk?
Oh, I grabbed a bird.
Please tell us. Tell us who controls the media, Elon Musk.
I don't know who does. How am I supposed to get him?
I don't know, maybe if I was a billionaire, I would tell everyone on Twitter who controls the media, and then all of a sudden my wealth would disappear overnight.
You'd probably get assassinated.
I'd get sued by various people and accused of rape by 25 women.
Maybe you would kill yourself by shooting yourself in the back of the head. Twice.
Yeah. You get one of those
Am I supposed to be here?
you get one of those double-barreled handguns.
Yeah. Like the 2000. It's like two 1911s put together. It's got two sets of triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
It's a rare, prestigious gun. No, you only can afford them if you happen to be the kind of person who would be acquainted with the Clinton family.
Yeah. Why am I being sent here?
Get sent. You just got sent. Oh yeah, so Biden though, yeah, he had a nice traditional American family, comparable to the portrayal of the American family in American Beauty. Jill Biden actually wasn't his first wife. He was married to another woman, and Jill Biden was his teenage babysitter.
That's weird, dude.
Yeah, and then some weird stuff happened, and his wife and I think one of his kids died all of a sudden. I don't know. I wouldn't claim to be an expert about that, but maybe if maybe the listeners could look it up on Yandex.
Yandex. Clearly, you should use DuckDuckGo.
Yeah.
Hercules. Okay, why am I doing something? Is it right?
Gotta bring a sheep. Gotta carry a sheep to the end with you and launch it.
Throw the sheep at the guy here. Don't worry,
The sheep disappears into a cloud.
Because it's made out of clouds. Where did you find? Oh, there's like a stamina bar.
You can only carry the sheep for so long.
Yeah, the blue bar is what controls. I don't know. I just dug this game out of a pile.
You know what I'm really triggered about though? Is there you go again. Now you've gone and done it again. Some
Did I? This sheep's back. Sheep is back.
one of the Court of Appeals has said that administrative courts are unconstitutional. How are we going to have our great law enforcement agencies like the ATF if they make administrative agencies unconstitutional? How are they going to keep us safe from terrorists?
Like those Ruby Ridge people.
How are they going to keep us safe from extremists who have bump stocks and post on Chinese cartoon boards on the internet?
has to be the way I get it.
If this fish are just gonna kill you. Oh, it's kind of like handsome Squidward when he's falling. Oh, now you're in the underworld.
Oh.
This definitely does. One of them ripped off the other. We've got to go figure out which one came first.
I wasn't expecting this. Maybe I was supposed to die. Probably not. But
It's too spooky for me. What happens if you die in the underworld? You just start over.
I don't think I'm supposed to go that way. What? Okay. Well, I'll figure it out. But maybe we can end the stream after this. Once I die.
Anyway, yeah, so now that all of a sudden Elon Musk is saying he doesn't want to be a Democrat anymore, it turns out that he was a rapist all along.
Yeah.
That does seem to be a pattern. It must just be that people are rapists when they aren't Democrats. If you're not a Democrat, then you don't respect women.
You don't have any moral compass unless you're a Democrat.
Yeah.
That's what I've been told.
If the state doesn't establish your moral compass, then who will? Answer me that,
Hercules.
Chud.
I think I'm stuck. I kill myself now.
That's what we gotta do. We need the state to establish our moral compass.
I support state-assisted suicide.
I need a strong, independent woman like Lainey Molnar to be in a polyamorous relationship.
Hey, how come all these horrible women are getting popular? Like Tess Holliday and Lainey Muller. Lainey Muller had like BuzzFeed and Vox articles written for her. Here's how hard it is to be a woman. Here's some art. Is it art comics of how hard it is to be a woman? Oh yeah. All right,
I need Lainey Molnar to come heal me, to come fix me. Lainey Molnar, please respond to me on Instagram or wherever you post your stuff.
I should DM her.
Let's DM her and ask her to come onto the stream and woman-splain to us how it is.
Yeah.
She can tell us how it is.
She'll be our next guest. We had Biden and Trump. I'm sure we can get Lainey right.
I wonder what does her voice sound like? Probably an average urban group. Kamala Harris. Tupac. Alright, that's it for this time. Thank you to the person who watched.